Okay, my friends. Anyway, as you guys may have seen, Sonic Frontiers had a very major leak on its story, gameplay, and Super Sonic himself. I've dropped a video on that below if you'd like to check it out. Something specific in this leak, however, really caught my eye, as it will most likely play a very important role in the story itself. Yes, you probably guessed it, Super Sonic and the Chaos Emeralds. By the way, spoiler warning if you didn't guess by now. Previously, we had already known about Super Sonic, since Sega themselves had dropped a video trailer revealing him fighting a boss named Giganto. Now, who is the Giganto, you may ask? I have zero freaking clue, as we haven't seen much and I can only tell you once it hurt Sonic very badly. After the blue mammal notices that base form isn't enough to defeat Giganto, he runs up to his head, grabs a Chaos Emerald from the top of his head, and goes Super Sonic. Now, I have a series of questions that kind of grow from this point. For example, why is the Chaos Emerald there? Funnily enough, there are other spoilers I have not witnessed myself, but I presume that these are under the axe of someone specific. Anyway, Sonic proceeds to defeat Giganto, proving that size only matters on the inside, something I tell myself every day. After his poetic victory full of beautiful spin kicks, lightspeed dash, and shadow clones, yes I said it, Sonic makes shadow clones now. He flies away to a seemingly new island, likely in pursuit of finding his friends, who are trapped in cyberspace. To his surprise though, he is zapped by a laser beam that also took his emeralds and took his superpowers. Now, where have I seen that before? Anyway, the Chaos Emeralds then disappear as Sonic utters some ineligible curse words, but this leads me to my next question and my biggest point of the video. Now, as you've probably seen in this clip, Sonic is attacked by 2 laser beams, which I'll get to as well, but my biggest question is who is responsible for taking them? Now, I know you're probably looking at me like, Nindo, they're red laser beams in cyberspace, it's obvious, but hold on. While an easy guess would probably be Sage, guardian of cyberspace, who just witnessed Sonic defeat her biggest robot, it doesn't make too much sense to me. If she was that powerful to take Sonic out in his final form, would Sonic have stood a chance against her anyway? Unless he reveals a new form, which I will get into in another video. Now this leads me to my second strongest proposal, the Master Emerald. Now I only thought about the Master Emerald because of a comment on my most recent video from somebody, so thank you very much for that ahead of time. Now as we know, Sonic entered a portal to get to where he is in the story of Sonic Frontiers, leaving him in a somewhat different dimension, which could be who knows how far away from his normal home, the same home of the Chaos Emerald he himself possesses. To get into the Chaos Emeralds a bit and get to my point, one of the biggest reasons Sonic is able to use these emeralds without losing control is because of the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald, which is located on Angel Island, guarded by Knuckles the Echidna, is what stops the energy from the Chaos Emeralds going out of control. Get it? Chaos control? Okay. From the beginning, the Master Emerald withdrew the negative energy from the Chaos Emeralds, allowing them to function to where Sonic can use them. Now in theory, without being within the same world or vicinity, there's a chance that being wary of the Chaos Emerald's power, the Master Emerald could have took them back. And then circling back in this video again, why were 2 laser beams shot at Sonic? Was Sage afraid she was going to miss? Or did that other beam have a different target? That target being the Master Emerald itself. Now, if this would be true, and I don't mean to confuse you, this could sort of debunk what I just said, but at the same time, it can still be true. You see, Sonic series producer Takashi Lazuka had revealed in an interview 3 weeks ago that Knuckles somehow ends up in cyberspace, but he doesn't explain why for spoiler reasons. But think about it for a second.
Now, Knuckles was not part of their group when they were traveling out to the Starfall Islands, so Sonic really is wondering why even Knuckles is here in the first place. And what Sonic needs to do on the second island is really figure out what he needs to do to help Knuckles and to free Knuckles, and figure out some of the more mysteries on the second island.
Knuckles, like I said earlier, is a guardian of the Master Emerald, and a laser beam had just hit Sonic, taking his Chaos Emeralds. The only difference between the two is that one was already in cyberspace, confirmed. Either way, if that second beam went by the same logic, it would explain why Knuckles is in cyberspace. But more so, it would also explain what the second beam's target was, the Master Emerald. Big brain thinking, guys, I know. Now, this isn't really all fancy-dancy put together because these are just context clues I'm building off of. So I see 3 finalized options in my head. 1, the Master Emerald was summoned to cyberspace by someone who used it to track the location of the Chaos Emerald, although that wouldn't explain the 2 beams. 2, the Master Emerald is still on Angel Island and summoned the Chaos Emeralds because of how far away they were. That also doesn't explain the 2 beams, which leads me to my last one. Someone in cyberspace had the ability to summon both the Master and the Chaos Emeralds at will. Now, while part of me wants to say it was Sage, it would leave a lot of room for explanation, as she would need a reason to do this and have to be knowledgeable on the Emeralds. This then leaves a conversation up for you guys and your interpretation until Sonic Frontiers releases and hits the shelves. Hopefully, if it isn't leaked entirely before then. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, let me know your thoughts on this topic below. Also, hit that like and subscription button as my goal is to hit 3K before we do gameplay on the channel. Stay blessed and keep gaming.